Hello and welcome back to the A Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Amir Hamid. Joining me today will be Brant.
Hey there.
And Morris Cesario.
Yo.
All right, so we got a busy week. NFL free agency kicked off. Well, it partially kicked off. None of these deals are officially official. But I want to say it was Saturday that we finally got
It was late Saturday.
we got the big news. Well, we actually didn't even talk about the first reported trade where Ian Rappaport reported that the Bills were trading for Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
That didn't last long.
Bills Mafia went into a big frenzy all for nothing.
Mm-hmm. So basically what had happened was at, I want to say, around 6 in the afternoon, Friday or Thursday, regardless, 6 in the afternoon, Antonio Brown's been traded to the Bills. And then at 4 a.m., I was still up, and Adam Schefter's like, hold my beer, you're fucking wrong. No trade's been in agreement. They were hammering out details, and apparently it fell apart. And then the Raiders...
It fell apart because Antonio Brown didn't want to play in Buffalo.
Which
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
It's cold as shit there in the end of the season.
Clearly, beggars can be choosers.
Yeah, so the fact that he got traded then to Oakland, which you're like, why would you want to go to Oakland? Well, Oakland's moving to Vegas. And as we've seen, guys want to stay in Vegas because it's a pretty nice life there.
Yeah.
And so Antonio Brown gets traded for a third
and a fifth
to the Oakland Raiders, who swoop in and acquire him for the Pittsburgh Steelers
on a very, very big buy low.
Which is like...
They also raised his contract.
So this is what Jeremy Fowler of ESPN says. This really is wild. Antonio Brown skipped work, disparaged the Steelers publicly, said he wouldn't play on a contract with 3 years left, then got a raise of almost $20 million with $30+ million in new guarantees on a new team. Savage power play.
I'm kind of tired of Antonio Brown, man.
Well, it was pretty funny because we see that you saw his like bleached gold beard mustache. It pissed me off every time I saw it, and now it's gone. And he dyed it back. Like, this is awesome power play to get him out of Pittsburgh. And it's pretty awesome, I think.
Just everything he did, though, like, just such a diva.
Yeah, but all wide receivers are.
Yeah,
but
all the
did
good
he not
ones.
tweet, like, hold the phone or something? Like, when the original deal with the Bills broke, he's like, yo, fake news.
He's like, fake news, yeah.
Yeah, like.
Which he's not wrong. Like,
he's also probably the
he's announcing everything for himself. Like, before it broke, he was also the one.
He tweeted out his own trade, which is incredible. Yeah. Good for him.
So, like, a third and a fifth round pick. That's, like,
low.
2 firsts for Khalil Mack.
For a guy that's got, and he got a first for Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
For, even if Antonio Brown's a buy low, which doesn't make sense, first of all, the Patriots were offering a second and a fourth or fifth. And the Steelers were like, I'm not trading him to you. Them. I really wish what had happened was almost what we saw with Mike Hoffman.
Flip him.
Yeah. Like Ottawa trades to San Jose, and then San Jose flips to... Exactly. Mm-hmm. I wish we had seen that, but they obviously... It didn't happen. For the Raiders, I mean, that's a sick move, sick pickup. You pick up the best receiver of a generation, and you plug him in, and you hope Derek Carr and him can have some rapport. That
plus you have 3 first-round picks this year, and now you can work with something.
And they had a lot of cap room.
A lot of cap room. That's another one. I don't know if we want to get into it later, or if I'm just gonna pitch it out here now. Bell, he was another one.
So apparently, yeah. Which that could be scary on an offense if you
call them the Oakland Steelers.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I was like, wow, you could have Bell and Brown on a team.
I mean, it's we've
seen that.
Yeah. It's a hell of a core to build around.
No, absolutely. And
they'd worked for the Steelers for as long as they were on.
And
what
tackle did they get?
3 firsts after that.
Didn't they get a left? Oh, they got Trent Brown also.
Yeah,
from the Patriots, and he's one of the highest paid left tackles. So now they have Trent Taylor on the left side, and then they moved their first round pick from 2018, Colton Miller, to the right side. Like Mike Mayock, who got hired from NFL Network, who was out of the game for a while, he's come in and he's made good moves so far, in theory. Like, I wouldn't have given Trent Brown that money or LaMarcus Joyner, the kind of money. Well, the LaMarcus Joyner signing is fine. We'll talk about it a little later. But, momentum is definitely on the side of the Raiders right now.
Yeah.
Have you seen the numbers on the Raiders receivers last year compared to Brown?
Oh, Antonio Brown probably outdoes all of them.
Close. Their entire wide receiving core last year had 2,191 yards, 9 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown had 1,297 with 15 touchdowns.
So he had more touchdowns.
Yeah.
Sorry.
More touchdowns than their entire wide receiver core last year.
And that's with Antonio Brown getting less touches because of Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good, guys. And, if you're another team, why wouldn't you have given up a second-round pick or a third and a fourth?
For that
Or a
money, though.
first.
A lot of teams were fine with
But
giving
the money's not even a big
deal.
But the money's not even a big deal if you look at it, it's only 3 years.
Oh, I'm 100% with you. It's
3
just
years.
a lot. I think it might have been Schefter that tweeted it, but it's like the list was narrowed down to one because only one team was willing to restructure the contract and work with him in that regard. Everybody else was fine giving up whatever it was in terms of picks.
But if you're looking at these teams out there that are signing these big ticket deals for free agents, like Detroit, with Trey Flowers, Washington with Landon Collins, would you rather just give 3 years to Antonio Brown instead of 5 potentially to Collins and Flowers?
Collins is
Flowers
on thing. He went
Washington.
to the Redskins.
Yeah. We don't say Redskins on this podcast. We say Washington professional team.
Okay. My apologies.
There's no Cleveland Indians. There's no Washington
Excuse
Redskins. Me? No. They don't exist. Do you think this turns around Derek Carr's career a little bit?
I hope so. That one Raiders season was that they were good. When the Raiders and the Cowboys, Raiders, Cowboys, Packers, Steelers, kind of when they're good, the NFL is good.
Yeah. Because their fan bases are fun.
Yeah, Raiders fans are some of the most passionate fans out there. It just sucks that your team's in a shitty situation, ownership-wise.
Do they still have Lynch under contract, or no? Is he
Marshawn
done?
Lynch? I'm pretty sure.
I thought this was he's signed until they move to Vegas. So whenever that is.
Regardless, though, it's not a contract that'll kill you.
No, I'm just saying, they add another running back, let's say Bell or anybody else who's available now. They're a pretty dangerous team.
Yeah, even Marshawn Lynch, even at his age, as your 2 guy, is pretty nice.
But I think now you just throw resources at your defense, and then maybe of one of the third.
Yeah, maybe you'll get a guy like Khalil Mack.
I mean, when you look at it though, you just
Not impressive. I thought about it.
When you look at a guy like Khalil Mack, they did get 2 first-rounders for him, right?
Yeah. It was a good trade. It just
sucks because Khalil Mack's as good as he is.
Yeah.
Is there anything else to add with Brown to the Raiders?
Well, I'm just thinking, imagine they go out and they go sign a guy like Mark Ingram, and
Yeah,
then they
it's
use
just
the
a solid
picks,
guy,
and then they use the picks all to bolster their defense.
Do you think Pittsburgh makes playoffs next year?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
Juju's going to be a year older.
Well, who in the Central? There's
The Ravens lost a lot.
Yeah, C.J. Mosley.
Mosley gone. Terrell Suggs gone.
Yeah, but sure. Yes, in theory. Yeah.
What's
He's
his
off the
name?
roster,
John
yeah.
Brown's gone.
John Brown, yeah.
Joe Flacco's probably
Gone.
out the door.
No, he is
He's
gone.
gone,
He's
yeah.
gone to Denver.
Oh, that's right. Missed
But
the
I mean,
boat on that
whatever.
one.
You got Lamar Jackson.
I mean,
Look good.
you're not surrounding him with a lot of stuff, though.
Well, the Browns are
right?
going to win the division next year.
Oh,
So it doesn't
that's
matter.
a hot take.
Is it that hot?
If the
Honestly, it's
It's
not.
not really
not
that
a
hot.
big-
They got
big hot
if Baker
take.
shows up and does what he did this season, and then what do you call it? Kareem Hunt steps in and he's not suspended for the entire year, then they're going to be good.
Mhm.
You added a ridiculous running back to an offense that was already so prolific, right?
For sure. You guys want to go through some other moves?
Sure.
Okay, so we're gonna go through some of the moves. All right, so Eric Weddle goes to the LA Rams on a 2-year contract worth $12.5 million. I actually like this deal because Eric Weddle, he's still a name. He's been one of the best safeties over the last 10 years. The fact that it's less of a financial commitment compared to a guy like LaMarcus Joyner, who they used to have at safety. He was on a franchise tag. And so you're paying a guy 6'6" and 6'6", roughly,
Yeah.
compared to Joyner, who just signed like a 4-year, $40 million deal. It's less of a commitment, and
Almost half
also
price.
it's not off in
The gap's not
comparable.
that big.
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
It's worth it for what you're paying.
For sure. Carlos Hyde goes to the Chiefs. It's
Run and hide.
It's not a bad move, like running back depth.
Were they
Streaky.
really gonna go into the season with Damian Williams? Like he had really good games
Uh-huh.
when it was the later part of the season. But I mean, I think they just want to shore things up.
For sure.
I think it's a sensible move.
Kelechi Osemele to the Jets. That's actually a pretty big move. Like it was just a salary dump. So it was Osemele and a 6th for a 5th this year. So it's literally just a salary dump to
Yeah.
move up like a couple spots. The Jets are getting a really good player for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a shrewd move. Danny Amendola to the Lions. They're just trying to recreate the Patriots now.
Well, they got what's his name? Matt Patricia.
Matt Patricia.
Yeah.
Yeah, do something. I mean,
He knows the system. So I mean, if he's gonna do it, replicate it with the players can function in it. So,
Also, Michael Bennett to the Patriots. Forgot about that.
Oh,
Michael
yeah.
Bennett, eh?
Yeah, it's cool.
He's still got it. I mean,
Yeah.
he
Full
was an impact
circle. So
player.
apparently that now Martellus wants to come out of retirement.
Oh,
And
man.
then, like, it'd be cool. I like crazy.
it wouldn't be worth it, but it'd be
What,
cool.
what were you gonna mention?
Did the
Brant?
Bennett brothers
Yeah.
ever play with
Yeah.
each other?
Oh, that's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say. Lions gonna do something though, man. They're paying your
Stafford?
quarterback's like one of the highest paid in the
That's
league,
I hate.
and you can't
I
win.
hate Detroit.
It's bad.
Malik Jackson going to the Eagles. 3 years, $30 million from after the Jags released them. Trent Brown, 4 years, $66.8 million, with $36.8 million guaranteed.
Damn.
This was a guy
Football
that
money sucks. Before you
Here's
Yeah,
a guy.
football money sucks. It's like half that contract. You only get you might only get half your contract.
Yeah, but this is okay. Like Trent Brown was a guy that San Francisco literally gave him away for nothing.
Yeah.
Like I think it was like a 4th at most. I can't remember, but like they were gonna release him, and New England rebuilt his career. Like Dante Scarnecchia is their O-line coach, and I mean he protected the blind side of Brady this year, and it was great. So the fact that he turned from what could have been a release to $66.8 million potentially,
Damn.
and only on 4 years, like that's a lot of money. It's kind of crazy. Quan Alexander, 4 years, $54 million, $27 million semi-guaranteed.
What is
semi-guaranteed?
Semi-guaranteed.
football? I love it.
Yeah.
I thought we
How do
were
you
getting I thought we were getting a little bit ridiculous with all the conditions in some of these
Yeah.
trades in the NHL, but like I think
You can-
NFL's getting there,
you
man.
might
with
be
these
guaranteed.
Semi-guaranteed. What is
NHL
this?
is the NFL is the worst.
How do you
I'm
semi
sure.
guarantee money? Like, what is the actual definition of that?
I don't
It's
know.
probably like
There's clauses like
Yeah.
incentives within it. Within the guaranteed money? What the fuck?
It's guaranteed, but it's not.
Yeah. Oh, you're a Giants fan. Tell me about Bobby Hart.
I
Is
was
he
looking
trash?
that up.
I swear he's trash. And
He's not.
and
that
Cincinnati
good.
gave him 3 years, $21 million. And like
We had
a bunch of guys was like winner to the worst contract of the year award.
Yeah, like
this.
the Giants' O line was not that good at all.
Trash organization.
And then we
eh?
ended up re-signing a guy too. We re-signed Pulley today. So I'm looking these up and I'm like, we're not moving anywhere aside from the trade we made with the Browns.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm
Well,
fine.
that'll lead us to some news afterwards.
Yeah.
Landon Collins to Washington, 6 years, $84 million, 45
Man got
guaranteed.
paid.
I love Landon
I
Collins.
love Landon Collins too, but it's a shame they didn't think that he was part of the future, even though he had it was an off
one
year.
bad year. Yeah.
It was an off year, and they moved on. I think it's kind of sad, but oh well.
That makes me wonder, like, what's Earl Thomas gonna get?
Well,
Who knows?
How old is Earl Thomas?
He's turning 30. Not 30 yet.
What's his name is 26, I believe. So he's still
Collins? No, Collins
Landon
is young.
Collins
Yeah.
25. He's still. Let's
Collins
go.
is young. Okay,
Let's
no
go,
one,
we're
no one
tied.
cares. No
I'm
one
sorry.
cares. We're
And did they
Moro
actually
right
score?
now is watching Juventus play. I don't even know who ATM
Juventus
is.
versus Atletico, and they just tied
Yeah,
it.
no one
This
cares.
is kind of big.
All of Moro's Italians friends are listening to this. Like, you're goddamn right.
Hey, Fabrizio, listen. Trey Flowers
Doesn't
signed to Detroit Lions for 5 years, 80
Pictures.
to 85 million. What do you think about the Trey Flowers move? Like,
He was from the Patriots
yeah, to Detroit.
Detroit. Again, it's just them adapting the Patriots system.
The thing is, though, the thing about the Patriots system is they don't pay these guys. They don't pay Trey Flowers. They don't pay Chandler Jones.
They're,
They don't.
they're
They
the kings
think
of like something out of nothing.
yeah. Well,
Right.
like, look at Bennett is literally going to step into the role of Trey Flowers next year.
Mhm.
And it's a less of a commitment. Is it a lesser player? Sure, but they're just going to draft another guy and develop him that way.
Yeah.
What other move?
I think
Jameson,
he's just trying to expedite any shot that he has
they
of
have with that
prolonging
court. Yeah.
a competitive team with.
But
Matt
who's even on
Stafford.
that court? Like in that court, it's just Matt Stafford.
Well, that's what he's
And
trying to
I don't even
surround
think that
them.
he's a court player.
Darius Slay on the back end, but
Yeah, I like Darius Slay.
that's about it.
Good
That's it.
cover corner.
Outside of that, they suck.
Jamison Crowder, slot receiver to the Jets.
Jets. Wow.
Frank Gore to the Bills. Just won't.
Whoa,
Oh.
the man, the myth, the legend.
Oh, the
He's up there, though.
inconvenient truth.
I'm pretty sure he's in
Yeah,
the
he's-
in terms of the
yeah, he's
all-time yards list. He's
Yeah.
up there.
Yep. Hall of
Um,
Famer.
Hall of Famer, yeah.
Yeah.
Nick Foles.
Jags.
That's I'm getting.
Forgot about Nick Foles.
Yeah, it's a big number when you look at it.
Yeah.
Deshaun Jackson goes back to the Eagles. I love that.
Did he actually? I didn't
Yeah.
see that
Wasn't he the? Yeah, he posted on social media thanking the Bucks before
He-
he was even off the roster. I love that.
And like I was showing Brant all a compilation of like Deshaun Jackson as an Eagle, like just touchdown celebrations. He's such a douchebag. I love it. Like,
Wait, you just said Frank Gore to the Bills.
yeah,
So do they still have Shady too or no?
yeah. So
Oh,
wow,
they're
that's
friends. Well, they're friends. That's why. Well, I mean,
That's gonna
if
be
this
a
was
duo.
6 years
Yeah,
ago,
That's what I
this is insane.
mean.
It'll be
We're
an old
talking
man
the
duo.
or the 2012
Yeah.
team of the.
Shady had a good year 2 years ago, didn't he?
It was
Last
a,
year
it
he
was
was
a
not,
it was a
I don't
coming
think.
out of
sorry,
nowhere.
I
season.
thought you meant Frank Gore.
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
Shady had a really good season.
yeah. Justin Coleman, slot corner to the Lions at $9 million a year for 4 years.
Damn.
Tyrann Mathieu to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So part of me is like, oh, I love this. This is awesome. It's 3 years, $42 million. Not bad term. It's fine, but like the problem that I have with it is, initially I was like, oh, this is awesome. Eric Berry and Tyrann Mathieu playing together, and then so this might mean that Eric Berry will get cut. I hope not, but we'll see.
Eric Berry's always been a good story, but
Yeah.
I mean, there was obvious problems in that
No.
Chiefs secondary last
Yeah.
year, and they had to do something.
Yeah, and like
So
availability is your
Their
best.
defense was so
asset.
good.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
what you're saying. They barely ever allowed points.
Uh-huh.
that Rams game was not a good example whatsoever.
Nick
Lowe's-
Foles to the Jacksonville Jaguars. 4 years, $88 million with $50.1 million guaranteed.
Big Dick Nick, baby. Guy gets it done. I
Can
mean,
afford Viagra for the rest of his
What-
life.
What is this gonna do for the Jags? Does this put them over the edge in the division?
No, because you're losing,
The
like,
Colts are.
man, they're good with Blake Bortles.
Well, you're gonna like the thing is like you're losing money from cutting Malik Jackson.
Mhm.
There's gonna be dead money on Blake Bortles.
Yeah, that's true. They're already looking
Like
at cutting him.
no, what I mean is, could they contend this year? Maybe, but I don't even believe in.
They made it to the
in-
playoffs.
They're in the
with
same
Blake
division as
But
the
I don't
Colts,
believe
right?
in Nick Foles like that. He's that much of a difference maker.
I mean, you turn the Eagles season around.
But the Eagles still had guys around them.
Yeah.
Them also. Like the problem is, as the years go on, like for 4 years that is shit. Because in years like 2 through 4, they're gonna lose guys because of the amount of money. Like they don't have money. Mitch Morris to the Bills, 4 years. Like lineman, don't care. Adam Humphrey to the Titans. Kenny Vaccaro to the Titans. Kareem Jackson.
A lot of nothing moves.
Yeah, Devin Funchess.
Oh,
Devin
boy.
Funchess was one.
To the Indianapolis Colts, 1 year, $10 million.
I think that's a pretty good deal on a 1
Prove
year.
it deal. Yeah, I like it with Andrew Luck. Give him a nice
You're
big,
giving the
big
a
body.
very if good, like if not the best throwing quarterback in the
Yeah,
league with the
big
best
body,
O
yeah.
line, another body to
Mhm.
complement the best long shot.
No, like
receiver
it's a
in the-
smart move.
receiver
Fungy's
in the
shown
league.
flashes too. Like
Yeah.
he's a big body, long arms,
but
just can't catch
there's
the ball.
nothing for what the fuck is there for Cam Newton to throw to?
I was just kind of
Christian McCaffrey and check
Christian
downs.
McCaffrey on
dude.
checkdowns, yep.
And screens. That's it.
The screen.
Did,
Who the hell is their wide
Did,
receiver?
did Greg Olson retire yet?
No.
So
Oh,
you,
wasn't there another? Jesse James went from the
Yeah.
You have a tight
Raiders?
end.
Steelers to the-
Lions? I want to say Lions. Oh, I'll scroll. I'm literally going through the page on ESPN. Dante Fowler approved a deal with the Rams back.
Yeah.
It's fine. CJ Mosley, my guy, making it big. 5 years, $85 million with $51 million guaranteed
Where was that?
to the Jets.
The Jets are making moves.
Yeah. So if they get Lev Ball also, it's not a bad. It just sucks because Anthony Barr backed out of his deal, as we'll go on. Initially, it was with the Jets, but then he had second.
He was from the Vikings.
So he agreed with the Jets, and then he slapped on. And he's like, "No, I'm staying with the Vikings."
Okay, so he was
It was-
with the Jets and he re-signed with the Jets?
No,
Sorry,
yes.
re-signed with the Vikings? Vikings and
Exact
Vikings?
opposite. Of what
Exact
you-
opposite of what I meant to say.
Preston Smith, $52 million to the Packers. Shit, only 16 guaranteed though. Old lineman Adrian Amos. That's not a bad move for the Packers. Sheldon Richardson to the Browns.
Basically, the bunch are nothing moves that don't really matter anyways.
I mean, like they're moves, but like, and it's big money, but
Yeah.
like
Everything in football.
it's
is
not
big money, dude. It's
impact.
weird.
It's not that it's not impact. It's just not.
It's not.
There's
moving the
nothing
needle.
for me really to say about the like John Brown to the Bills. Cool.
Yeah, it's not gonna
Fast
change.
fast receiver. I hope Josh Allen can throw accurately. I know he could throw him open. I don't know if it'll be accurate at all because
Well, they
Josh Allen
brought
can't
in a tackle or a guard, I think.
yeah.
So I mean,
Sure.
they're trying to make sure that he doesn't get another concussion, I guess, because it wasn't a very bright. Like he showed really good flashes of brilliance, like when he was playing, but I mean, to sure it up in front of him, it'll help him in his development for sure.
Yeah.
But other than that, the Bills are going to do Bills things, I think.
I like Jordan Hicks to the Cardinals. That's a nice move. And then finally Anthony Barr to the Vikings. 5 years, $67.5 million with $33 million guaranteed.
Jordan Hicks that went to the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Like, so there's 2 Jordan Hicks on Cardinals teams. Is that?
Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
then
St.
there's a
Louis
Jordan
Cardinals.
Hicks on the St. Louis Cardinals.
Ba-doom-ts.
I love that button.
I hope it's like a different button that you press. That's the funnier part.
No, I can hear it. Don't
Okay.
worry.
All right.
Got those things on lock.
So Jacina Anderson tweeted. She didn't tweet, but she said an unnamed AFC North team is in ongoing discussions as to the availability of Odell Beckham Jr.
An AFC North?
Who is said team?
Cleveland.
I was told
I was thinking Baltimore.
Cleveland.
I was told yesterday that Thing was apparently in on it. The 49ers were apparently interested in a deal with OBJ.
Well, that was always the rumor, wasn't it? But
Like
then-
it resurfaced yesterday, as
Mhm.
far as I know. And then I'm like, yeah, that can't be right. And now you're telling me that there's another team like.
Were the Browns not trying to get Antonio Brown? Am I wrong? At some point,
I didn't see that.
I thought I heard
No.
that rumor.
Never saw it.
I don't know, man. I think that's that. If you add OBJ to that lineup,
Which one?
Cleveland,
Yep.
they get real good. They also get really dramatic.
Jarvis Landry. Well, that'd be. I'm sure Jarvis Landry and Odell would want it because
Yeah.
they were teammates at LSU, and that'd be cool.
But now you've got,
The Baker.
you've got OBJ, you've got Baker, and you've got Kareem Hunt all on one team. Like that
with
is
first year Freddie Kitchens as their head coach.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Have fun, man.
Yeah, not a good move.
No,
LSU.
it'd be fun. They'd be good. Like pure talent wise, that's a lot of talent on
No,
one
for
roster.
sure. And then you have Garrett on the defensive side.
Yeah.
Damn.
Who else is on their defense? That's good.
What's his name? Ward.
Yeah, Denzel Ward. Sick player. Is that it for
Go
football?
Browns, baby. Yeah, I think we're good.
I think we're good.
All right. So the Blue Jays got a gift from God,
Yeah,
and at the same time,
it sucks.
it sucks.
Hurts.
Vlad Jr. has a grade 1 oblique strain, if I'm correct.
Mm,
He's
Uh,
out. Yeah.
Isn't it the other way around? Isn't it grade 5?
No, it was grade
I
1.
thought it was like the higher the number, the better.
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
It's definitely grade 1.
How certain are you?
What do you want to put on this?
Nothing.
Okay. Your puss.
I'll play the little cheering button.
How many
for you
weeks
if
was it?
you're
Was
right.
it not like 3 weeks
3
minimum?
weeks. So apparently 2 weeks until he starts back doing drills, and then 3 weeks for like getting into games and stuff. So basically, this move allows the Blue Jays to manipulate Vlad's service time in a way that they can get away with, unlike what they would have had to do.
Yeah. I mean, it makes Ross Atkins look a little better because now he's actually not ready as opposed to...
No, because like it'd be crazy to rush him right back to the majors because he still has to get spring training at bats. Like once he comes back, they'll probably put him in extended spring training and then put him in Buffalo.
Perfect.
Or just put him in Buffalo. I don't know. Regardless, he's not going to be on the opening day roster. They might not bring him up until May, after May. Like, even though they only had to do it
really
until the two... It'd make them look even better if they don't bring him up until May.
Why?
Because like why it takes out the collusion factor, even though that this injury kind of did, but also
I think
it
this
just
lines
gives them
them
more
up
time.
perfectly, though.
Illusion.
Yeah.
This lines them up perfectly because now you're 3 weeks behind schedule.
This
So
is the
and all you have to do is wait that 3 weeks anyways after the thing. So you're like, yeah, well, he's 3 weeks behind schedule. He has to take those at bats for the next 3 weeks. Like
Exactly.
he's not ready to come up. Like, and it's definitely, you can argue that no problem.
It's sound logic
Yeah.
behind it. I hope
Maybe
it
this
works
is
out.
conspiracy.
Like,
Maybe he's not actually hurt.
now the Blue
well,
Jays
why
have
would
the
Vlad
excuse.
like be
Vlad
okay
seems to
with
be
it?
all right with all this. Maybe just wants a conversation off of him and off of this whole like service time bullshit. Because
That's a
that's
possibility.
realistically, that's been the conversation in Vlad for since last year.
Yeah, guys thinking that he could come up and play right now. Like, yes, everyone knows he could come up and hit right now, but he got injured playing defense.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Why yes, he did.
He took a swing and
Was it?
sprained his oblique. Yeah.
I swear it was on the play that
Jeff Blair was talking about it on.
I
radio. They
thought
said
it
he
was
took
the play
took a
where
swing
he
and
booted a
left
routine
it.
ground ball.
He said he took a swing and then he had to come out of the game.
Where's your oblique?
In here.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
side.
It's a side.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was on the swing that so Jeff Blair was blaming it on his weight, and there's a couple people that have been on the same train, and like I get it, but
Yes, Vlad is fat.
he's a big man,
I wouldn't even say he's fat. He's thick.
Chunky.
he's huge,
Chunky.
but he's not
Thick.
Yeah.
He's not fat. Like, look at
He's
him.
mobile.
He's chunky.
Like-
he's mobile,
No,
but chunky.
he's husky.
Yeah,
He's husky.
he's not Prince Fielder. He's not Pablo Sandoval. Like he's not
No.
fat,
And
he's
hopefully
not
he doesn't
round.
get to that
he's
point.
thick.
Yeah. So like, what do you want from him?
Apparently, he's getting on a better regiments and stuff, and they're trying to get him down to like a better playing weight.
Exactly.
But it would make sense to have something to do with it because that's a lot of motion. He's got a really aggressive swing, and there's a lot of weight behind it. So it makes sense as to why it would contribute to it.
Would
but
that
like,
in turn alter his mechanics in a way?
I don't think so.
probably not.
Like,
still
he's just a guy that naturally can hit
he's
a
just
baseball.
gifted. He's gonna hit it no matter how he swings. Anyways, he took that one-handed hack and put her off
Yeah.
the top of the wall. Like it's
Well, he almost homered.
yeah.
What else is there? Adam Jones.
Adam Jones is that one kind of sucks.
Why?
I don't know. It's just like I would have liked to see him finish off with the Orioles.
Yeah, like he's one of those guys that you just
Especially because they're not good. Like, just let him. If he wanted to come back, let him come back and finish off his career there.
yeah.
Right?
No, I agree with you. Like, they're just guys that you associate with their teams. Like, even though Ryan Braun's a piece of shit, I still associate him with
Milwaukee.
With the
Yeah,
Brewers.
with the Brewers.
Yep.
who else are those guys? We should go through like 30 teams.
Jeter.
With the
Name
No, but
one
like-
player you associate to each MLB team.
Let's do it.
I was gonna say Roy Halladay, but like, does
really
every
easy.
team have one player that only played for them?
I don't know. Let's go.
No, it's like
The
no,
Jays
but
don't.
like you
top
just
of mind.
associate. Yeah,
Oh,
top of mind. Like
I can play this game.
isn't-
This is like
isn't-
very elementary. Like
Yeah.
based on my knowledge of baseball, this is perfect.
All right, let's go American League first. Baltimore. Adam Jones.
Or
I
Chris
was-
Davis.
No.
To me, Chris Davis was the face of that franchise for a long time. He sucks.
No.
He always has, but like he was
But, like,
tremendously overrated.
I think Adam Jones, the fact that like his character.
I'd say Adam Jones
wasn't
just because
wasn't Mike
like,
Messina an Oriole? Like
Sure, but he was also,
also
a
a
Yankee,
Yankee.
and he was also like a bunch of
Oh,
different teams.
dude, Cal Ripken.
No, but okay,
Was an
so are we
Oriole.
going like modern day or are we going
All-time or,
all
like,
time? Okay,
based
so
on-
if we're going all time, then sure.
Like,
Boston.
if you're gonna go one
Red
name,
Sox?
Pedro.
Pedroia, dude.
I was gonna say Pedroia.
I just
Oh.
I,
Pedroia, I was. How many teams did Pedro Martinez play for? He played for
You
the
started
like,
with the Expos.
Expos.
Yeah,
and
okay.
then he
So
left.
Pedroia's like the staple. I
It's
guess.
tough because it's like modern
Big
day, but
Poppy
also.
too. Is another
Oh
one.
fuck!
Yeah.
How did we see Big
Yeah,
Poppy?
that was my
Hey.
second. The
In
two of them are
2003 MVP baseball,
Yeah.
he was on the Twins. that's why I remember him. But yeah,
Petey's been there his whole career, so I mean,
Yeah.
it's
White
tough not to.
Sox.
Who the fuck?
Paul Konerko.
Paul Konerko.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
I was gonna say maybe Adam Dunn, but
I was gonna.
I
Yeah.
remember him on
too.
the Reds.
yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
He hit one into a different state on the Reds, didn't he?
Cleveland Indians. I think of two people: Grady Sizemore and CC Sabathia.
Okay. I was gonna say Michael Brantley, but he's
Michael
gone
Brantley
now,
and
so he's
Grady Sizemore. I remember the two of them during that big.
And then
Sizemore,
Francisco
like,
Lindor.
Sizemore left for like
Well,
4
he
years
got
and then
injured.
came back.
It's just he got injured.
He came back to the Indians, though, right?
It was
Am I
that and the Phillies. Like
Yeah, he moved
multiple
around,
like
but-
comeback efforts. Detroit Tigers. Miggy.
Miggy, yeah.
Yeah.
Verlander.
Yeah.
I'd
No,
still
we can't
consider
be Verlander anymore.
Houston Astros.
Verlander?
Uh, what's
I'd
his
say
name?
Altuve.
Yeah.
Oh, what's
But
his name though?
what's his name? BGO
Berkman.
too.
Lance
Lance
Berkman.
Berkman.
Yeah. No, but I would.
Not our lifetime though.
No.
It's not. Really
I remember
our
him
era.
again
That's
from
not.
03. Like that's
This one's a
Berkman
tough
also
one.
moved around.
Kansas
Jeff
City
Bagwell,
Royals.
Wasn't he
Jeff
another one?
Bagwell's another one. KC
Casey.
Moose, but
Oh, I would have said Hosmer over Moose.
yeah, that whole core maybe Locane, but
They're all gone.
yeah,
Like there's
it's tough to.
Billy Butler.
What's
Billy
Al-
Butler.
Alcides Escobar's still there.
No, he's
No.
not.
No,
Perez.
he's gone
Sal
too. He's
Perez.
Sal Perez.
That team's a waste.
Sal Perez.
He's
Yeah.
not even playing there.
Kendry.
Well, he's out for the year. Angels. Andrelton Simmons. Albert Pujols.
No. Angel.
Tim Lincecum.
Cole Calhoun.
Zach Greinke when he was
Zach Greinke. Jared Weaver.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, go
Uh,
Weaver.
Mike Trout.
Kendrys Morales.
Mike
when
Trout.
he
We don't
was-
have to keep playing with that one.
No, this is the big David. Minnesota Twins. Joe Mauer. Torrey Hunter.
Yeah, I mean, Justin Morneau was there for most of his career. He left for the Rockies, but
Doesn't.
yeah,
Different tier.
he was only good there though.
Yeah. Yankees. Jeter. Athletics.
Andy Pettit.
Barry Zito.
Oh,
Babe Ruth.
Yankees also. Mo.
Hayes.
Yankees
Oh,
also.
Mo.
Yeah. Athletics.
Barry. I'm gonna go with Barry
Zito's
Zito.
one, but he also.
But even like
I only
he-
remember
didn't he go to
him
the
as
Giants?
a giant. That's
yeah.
like
I only remember him because he was again.
The money.
like,
Yoenis Cespedes.
yeah.
wow.
Remember when they were good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had like seven
You mean
guys
like
on
a
the
wild
All-Star
card
team.
last year?
No, like really good. Like they were,
Two,
and
three,
then they fell apart.
Yeah. I don't know. Oakland's a tough one. Matt
Nobody
Chapman
stays,
now.
man. They can't afford anybody.
No.
It's,
Mariners.
Jason
Ichiro, Ken Griffey,
Ichiro.
Felix.
there's so many. There's so many like lifers on the Mariners.
Yeah.
Crazy. Randy Johnson.
Tampa
kinda.
Bay. Longo.
Yeah, even though he left, it's got to be Desmond Jennings. I relate them all the time, and I don't know why.
Texas
Kevin
Rangers.
Kiermaier in a few years.
Yeah. Texas Rangers.
Josh Hamilton.
Except that was like
Yeah.
3 years.
It just kind
Who
of
else?
fucking Rougned Odor. Oh, Derek Holland was there a long time.
Michael Young.
Michael Young is a
Michael
lifer
Young.
there.
Michael Young.
They suck.
No.
Ian Kinsler was there a while, but like he fucked it all up.
Yeah. Toronto Blue Jays.
Carlos Delgado.
Carlos.
I think Bautista. No,
Yeah.
like maybe
He's the
Roy.
But,
He moved
like,
around
Roy's not-
early, but I
wasn't-
mean, he established himself
I
and
do
did
think, like,
everything Blue Jays.
I think Batista is actually like the face.
face.
Yeah. Like
All the ones that
now
we've
in
had
the city,
good-
like
Like,
Nobody
were
was
the Blue
ever
Jays- Were they ever a good
good
team
here.
when they had
When how-
Delgado? Like through that
no,
stretch, they
Delgado's
were
not even in the
terrible.
conversation.
No. I mean, he was kind of the face.
He was. For
He was
a
the
for a
face
very
of my
long
childhood,
time.
right?
But like the difference
yeah.
was the Jays had success with Batista.
Yeah.
And they
but
didn't.
it wasn't. Yeah.
Vernon Wells. All right. NL,
Vernon
NL
Wells was
quick.
the guy.
Arizona Diamondbacks. Randy Johnson.
I mean, yeah. Goldie.
Yeah, I'd say
Come on.
Randy.
Atlanta Braves.
Chipper.
I was gonna say Jason Hayward, but yes.
I'd say Chipper.
Well, like in my mind, like recently, but yes, Chipper. Cubs. Rizzo.
Jason Hayward. That core's been together for so long. It's tough.
Mm-hmm.
The Cubs
I'd
are
say-
doing things right, but
I'd
you
say
see
Rizzo.
where the MLB.
I would say Rizzo.
You see
And
where they had them projected to finish?
No.
It was like dead last in their division with like 70 something wins.
Who?
The MLB put it on their Instagram. They
Cubs?
had like I forget. Yeah, the Cubs.
This year?
Yeah. I'm like, no fucking way. What? I'm like, there's no chance they drop that.
You know
hard.
who
They're
actually-
so good?
Jake Arrieta was like a good face for the
Yeah.
Cubs.
Yeah.
Like, it just,
But he was an Oriole, man. Like,
no, but
That's-
like in the Cubs, hey,
Yeah.
like more than Rizzo. Cincinnati Reds.
Votto.
somehow that guy's like locked in there. Like he doesn't
Yeah.
want to leave.
Rockies. Too low.
Tulo.
And
weird.
Cargo.
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 It'll be Arenado in 5 years.
It's already kind of Arenado, but not really. Dodgers. Kershaw.
Matt Kemp.
Koufax. Oh, I love Matt Kemp, but it's still Kershaw.
But Matt Kemp's just like he was the
Cute.
face when he was good.
Cute. You know?
Yeah.
Miami Marlins.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah. I guess.
Jose Fernandez.
No.
He wasn't there long enough.
Juan Pierre.
Jeff Mathis.
Juan Pierre.
Josh Johnson. Oh, Hanley.
Oh yeah.
Hanley. Hands down.
Yeah. He was the only guy they had that was. I guess Miggy started there too, eh?
Yeah, but
But he's a
that
Tiger.
doesn't. Yeah. Brew Crew. Prince.
Fielder,
I'd say
yeah.
Prince over Brian
Over
Braun.
Ryan Braun.
Yeah, Brian Braun was a dick.
Yeah. He loses the face.
New York Mets.
David
Matt
Wright.
Harvey?
David
David
Wright.
But yes.
David Wright.
But like,
But now, well, Matt Harvey's gone.
no, I know.
Thor.
Thor. Even though DeGrom better.
Yeah, Thor over DeGrom though. Like not talent wise. I'd put DeGrom on the mound over.
But like
Thor
when
every day.
Matt Harvey was big, like
he was
with
dude,
the-
they had a
he
whole
was the
Dark Knight
biggest
section. It was
thing-
like
yeah.
everywhere.
like that news when he had his
Imagine.
first time on, it was huge. Like
Yeah.
it was the biggest deal.
What the hell happened to that man?
Yeah.
Just fell apart. He was like he was an ace on any team, and now it's like he can't crack lineups.
For sure. Phillies, Jimmy Rollins, Ryan
Jimmy
Howard.
Rollins.
Hunter Pence,
No,
Shane Victorino,
I like Victorino,
Victorino.
I'd
Chooch
say-
Ruiz.
I'd say-
Chooch Ruiz was huge in
Yeah,
Philly for a long
but he
time.
was. Cole Hamels.
Cole Hamels.
Cole Hamels.
Cliff Lee.
Roy Oswalt for
No,
Houston is coming back to it.
Yeah.
because he was there for a long
Yeah.
time.
He was.
That whole
I would
Cliff
say
Lee wasn't really. He
I'd
was
say Jimmy
Cleveland more.
Rollins or Ryan Howard.
Victorino too, man.
But Victorino
that
was
whole
like a
core,
role-
they
yeah.
were there for like ever, and then they
Yeah.
all
Like
split up at
Victorino
the
and
same
Chooch
time.
were like role players for this, even though they
Chooch
were
was
huge.
Chooch was their
No, even though Chooch
heart
was good.
and soul, man.
Pittsburgh Pirates, McCutcheon.
Yeah.
San-
Did Jay Hay sign anywhere else, or is he re-signed? Didn't
who?
he?
Jason? No, he went to Detroit.
Did
Yeah, I think so.
he? I guess it.
San Diego Padres, Tony Gwynn.
Yeah. There's nobody else.
There's no one else.
There's nobody that's ever been a name, let alone a face. of
Who's
something.
been good on them in our
Who's
childhood?
ever been good on the Padres? When have they ever been a good team?
Will Myers had a good season,
But he
but he's not good.
no.
Um,
San Francisco Giants, Pablo and Mad Bum.
Tim Lincecum, man.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Maybe Brian Wilson, but he wasn't there very long.
Oh, it was like a 3-year stretch.
Timmy was just like every World Series he was there.
Yeah, it was sick.
Yeah. Sergio Romo had a
What's his name?
run where he was
Yeah.
kind of.
Buster Posey.
Was he just so?
He's
boring?
just been there for so long,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Cardinals, Yachty.
Oh,
Albert
that's not a
Pujols
question.
will always be a
Pujols.
Cardinal for me.
Pujols
He
like
left, man. He left
Pujols
in the
has
middle
the
of my
better
childhood.
numbers, but like Yachty's
traitor.
just been there.
Yeah.
Even the Washington Nationals. Strasburg?
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Zim. Zim's been there
Vladimir
forever.
Guerrero Sr. Sorry.
Zim's been there forever, and he's loved in Washington.
Trying to think of other guys.
Jason Worth in the end.
I
of
would have
his
said
career.
Strauss.
Strauss has been hurt. It's tough.
That's
He's
why.
just not on the
and
lineup.
yet he's still
There's
loved.
one on, what's his name? That went.
Jersey.
Ian Desmond was really big when he was here.
Mhm.
He was the only Expo that was still playing.
Yeah. It's going to be a weird year for Washington.
They'll
No
probably
press.
compete, but They're good enough to compete.
All right,
They've got a full
that's all
lineup.
30 teams.
Um,
Quick little 10-minute exercise. What else is there?
Tim Tebow got sent down.
Yeah, I
Not
mean,
big news.
Tim
but
Tebow's going to get called up at some point for a media ploy to sell some
Yeah.
tickets. Like, it's 100%.
Did he make a book or a movie or something? He'll definitely come up, and
I have Tim
So-
Tebow's first book.
The Mets might be okay.
I think he made a movie this time
Oh, wow.
around. He'll definitely come up. It'll spark him
Like,
and his name. And
don't
everything.
think that in September, when September rolls around, that Tebow's not getting called up. I'm shocked it didn't last
he
year.
will be in the news.
I don't know, man. The Mets, like, they might be in it. Depending on, well, you need like previous Robinson Cano. Todd
Edward
Frazier, you
Diaz.
never know. That rotation, if they stay healthy, man,
Yeah, the top 3 is.
really good.
Who is
Even so, it's DeGrom, Syndergaard, Wheeler, Matz right now, and then Jason Vargas is a 5 guy.
But Matz has been off and on.
Yeah,
Same with Wheeler.
Wheeler's
he hasn't been healthy.
hurt. Thor. And
Thor's
DeGrom.
always hurt. Like, that whole thing is like ifs.
You got Edwin Diaz as their closer.
Sick.
Jerry's Familia.
Sick.
Lisa Avalon's in there.
Ooh. No. Yeah.
Seth Lugo.
Look, they could be good.
Brandon Nimmo was good last year.
Yeah. Conforto can have a bounce back year.
They might shock some people, man.
Sure.
The division's kind of
When were they in the?
I think the division, though, is like
how far?
Miami's the worst.
yeah, it's not a question.
I think Atlanta and
How many years removed are the Mets from?
Three.
It's 3.
3 years from the World Series.
Yeah.
That's
They were
frightening.
what 2015. They played
Who?
against
The Mets.
KC.
They were in the World Series not that long ago.
what?
Yeah,
Yeah, were they not against?
they were.
Oh yeah,
one
it was.
of the. I'm pretty
it was,
sure it
the
was
Daniel
against,
Murphy year.
Yeah.
when he just tore the cover off the ball for an entire month.
You want to move on from baseball?
Yeah, if you want.
All right. The NBA, Serge Ibaka will fuck you up. Holy shit. He
The
gets
guy
in
in the
fights
red tie,
every
man.
year.
Yeah,
With-
he was in one last year too, right? That wasn't
So
a mistake
in his
on him?
time with the Raptors, I think the stat I saw was he's been in fights. This is the 4th time with the Raptors
Fourth?
alone.
Oh my god!
So in like,
Did he ever
2.5
do this
years.
before?
I don't know.
I don't ever remember hearing Serge Ibaka as a fighter.
I mean, he's huge.
Yeah,
But
his
like,
arms are like 8 feet
so
long.
everyone was speculating he would get 5 games. He only got 3, which like, cool. I'd rather him get less,
Yeah,
but
it's rest.
yeah, load management.
Yeah,
The Lakers are shutting down everyone.
They're
They
bad.
put LeBron on a minutes restriction. He's not playing back-to-backs. Lonzo's out for the year. Brandon Ingram's out for the year. And Jeff Van Gundy on a game. I don't know if it was Van Gundy. It could have been. I'm assuming it's
Stan?
Jeff. Could have been Stan. I think it's Jeff. Said that everyone should be on the table for LeBron, for Anthony Davis, including
not?
LeBron.
yeah.
Bobby Marks of ESPN also agreed. I think you're absolutely crazy. Like, what?
I don't. LeBron's been a cancer almost in LA.
And yet he's still averaging 27, 7,
Oh
and
no,
7.
he's an incredible player. Don't get me wrong. He's going to carry a team no matter what. But like, he brings the rest of the team down.
Yeah, but
Like, as much as
isn't that
he-
every team? Like, every team that's good, they have, like, look at Golden State. They look at Steve Kerr yesterday, or a couple days ago, saying, I don't like what, paraphrasing here, but I don't like what Draymond's doing right now. Like,
Yeah, it's just, you sent me that video, right, of
Yeah.
Draymond talking.
mhm.
But like, LeBron's like calling out his entire team in a way, and he's just like he wants to get like you don't. He doesn't want you.
But the thing is, so-
entire team.
apparently Lakers management last year,
Yeah.
suggested, like, the coaching staff and everything wanted Julius Randle and Brooke Lopez to re-sign there. And Magic went against their wishes and signed JaVale McGee, Lance Stevenson, Michael Beasley. So it's not necessarily LeBron.
No, I mean
It's
they're
the
not
front.
doing a good job as an organization, but like when you know like your job is on the line every day when you're a LA Laker right now
Sure.
because LeBron doesn't want you, and you've seen what he's done in the past. Like
Uh-huh.
Isaiah Thomas lasted like what 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and that was the big pickup in that trade.
Well,
Like,
yeah. Like the thing is, whenever you're on a team with LeBron, you're under the spotlight because the expectation is to win. It's not LeBron's fault in any way. It's him. I mean, the Lakers had unrealistic expectations if they thought that they were going to compete for a finals. Like with that core, you knew that it was a problem coming into the season.
You stretched to be a playoff team.
Yeah, and the fact that he could miss the playoffs, like I don't put it on LeBron's career. Like, oh my God, you didn't take this shit Lakers team that has no big men.
Yeah, that doesn't happen.
Yeah,
there's nobody that's like, wow.
No, and look at everyone that's been injured. Lonzo's been out for like half the year.
Yeah.
Ingram's out now. I don't blame them, and they're not making the playoffs. Like I want to see a team like Sacramento make the playoffs after they've sucked forever, and they've had like a quick rebuild.
Good in our lives.
No, it'll be fun. Russell Westbrook had a big thing yesterday.
What happened here?
So basically, a fan was shouting like obscenities at Westbrook, and Westbrook's like said, "I'm gonna paraphrase just because I'm not sure if it's correct, but I'm pretty sure it is." It's like, "I'll fuck you up. I'll fuck you and your wife up." That's what. That's what Westbrook said.
Tweet about that, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't say that.
I didn't see
but the thing is like, so then Westbrook goes after the game and he's like, "It's like you can talk about me, but like don't talk about like my race and stuff." And so, in Utah, shocker, place of mostly whites, is a very racist place. And then I saw some guys like were making fun of like they looked up the guy that was allegedly saying these stuff to Westbrook, and it was just like he's like a mega supporter and stuff like that. So then the Jazz fans came out. The Jazz came out today saying that the guy's banned from their stadium for life, and like
good for them.
So like
big move.
Yeah, it was a big
see
thing.
That normally.
Yeah, so that was a bit of news. Anything else?
Pretty much it from the NBA, I think.
Want to go to the NHL?
Yeah.
We have time to?
Yeah, we got time.
Okay, sure. You want to bring up the Leafs thing? Or
yeah. So the Leafs got slaughtered, but that wasn't really the story of last night.
No, it was not.
The biggest thing that came out of last night was Morgan Rielly was reported as to
allegedly
using a homophobic slur directed towards the ref.
Yeah.
The press conference came out today at 2, in which
the report
was last night.
No, the report of the NHL's findings came out before
earlier,
the press conference.
So then the NHL looked at the situation, talked to the ref, talked to Morgan, and reviewed the audio and found that it wasn't Morgan Rielly. So Dubas and Rielly just kind of came out, cleared the air, and said, like,
which
listen,
they
this
didn't
isn't
need
us.
to do.
No.
Like the Leafs.
No, once they made that announcement, it's like, yeah, see, we told you.
Well, the thing was, like, they're, like, both, like, active in the community in that way. Like, I know that Dubas was part of the march.
Well, Morgan Rielly looked, like, visibly shook from that. Tell me they got scored.
No, it was just it was just like a clear, like he had a shot and he just missed. Like the Leafs, they could have just stopped, and they're very, you saw like a couple weeks ago they had the weekend everyone can play night. I don't know what the associate it's with. I want to say Sean Burke or Burke. Burke is his last name. It basically he's the head of like the everyone can play.
Yeah. It was I don't know. I feel like it was one of those things that Morgan Rielly felt like he had to do, because you could see it in his face that he was like taken aback by this, like the entire situation.
And he said like it took a lot for me not to just come out and make a statement last night.
Because he's not that guy.
No.
And I mean, he does yell at refs, and it's hilarious when he does. Like,
and like on the topic, like I can completely see like a dude like an athlete upset at a call, and they call a referee that. Yeah. I think it's just the way that people have been brought up.
There's still guys like that. Like,
no, for sure. Like there was a situation with Rajon Rondo where he basically outed Bill Kennedy as being gay, and like was like berating him about that. Like that was huge. Kevin Pillar, saying what he said.
Yeah,
like
you turned it around.
Yeah, like
it happens.
And I make like I can understand why a guy says that. I'm not using it as to rationalize someone saying that, because it's obviously wrong.
Yeah, there's nothing.
I understand, but it's not okay.
No.
And I don't know how you take that out of, because you feel if you're even if say that this situation had happened, if someone was in this situation, I can understand that you're upset. So what would you do? You say something to offend someone.
Yep.
So I don't know how Morrow is.
Yo, that's a penalty shot. Yo, come on. I swear they gave it to him. I told everybody.
No one
before
cares. No
that
one
there was gonna be a
cares.
penalty shot.
We're talking about something serious.
To go off.
So like,
Yeah.
like if you're in this situation, I want to see like how this goes forward. Like,
Yeah.
because in sports, masculinity is a huge thing, and if the number one thing is to like tease a person about that.
Mhm.
So I want to see like where does this go? Does this continue to happen or does it
If
not?
you're a Leaf
Because if
fan-
it's a fan, you're a piece of shit. Like
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
doing it.
I mean, it happens.
No, but if you're a fan, like what are
There's
you
some
gonna
shitty
say?
people.
What does your opinion matter to like the
No,
referee?
exactly. If you're a Leaf fan, don't think anything less of Morgan Rielly for this.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
and
don't
that was
let that
tough. Like
stick in. But that's
the
everyone
thing.
thought it was.
There were so many people that were ripping on him before it even came out. It's like, give him a chance. Like,
Yeah.
he's not actually that bad a guy.
Mhm.
Or from what the media shown him to be anyways.
But that's the thing. Like even just it being brought up, like I feel like
His name's
people
always going to be
automatically is
connected.
going to be like, oh yeah, he's another one.
Yeah.
But like
Well, we just did it with, Pilar, right? And I haven't thought of Pilar like that in years. Doesn't say anything anymore. Like but
Mhm.
like it's always going to stick with you, right? If you're
Yeah.
brought up with those accusations. You ever see him yell at the ref the one time in I think it was on an icing call because he was like wasn't it hustling it out?
Yeah,
He blows
yeah,
it out. He's like, "You're a hero, bud."
Yeah.
Fucking love it.
Going back to the NBA a little real quick.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the video this week of a fan shouting at James Dolan, "Sell the team," and then Dolan, like he acting like he's some mob boss or something, and he's like, "Come here," and then so the guy leans in, he's like, "That's very rude of what you said." It's like, "You like this? You like seeing all this? Well, watch it from TV," and basically like he
Jesus.
kicks the guy out, and then
Jesus.
so it just
Good for him,
it was just announced that James Dolan announced his lifetime ban for a fan who taunted him by yelling "Sell the team." James Dolan's a piece of shit.
Yeah, but I love it.
No, I hate like
Dude, abuse the power. It's one guy. Who cares?
no, because like it's a huge like in the community, like in the NBA community, it's a
Yeah.
huge problem. And like
That's
the fact that he's out here just saying these stuff, like everyone's like, "Okay, he's got to sell the team now."
Yeah, but that's so funny. You're gonna be a big shot and yell at the guy. It's like, yeah, have fun, don't come back. He does own the place.
Nice.
That's
Jim Dolan's a
great.
piece of shit.
It's great. I love it. So I saw this tweet. It's just like a random fan account, but so you're a free agent. The Oilers and the Senators, the only two teams that are all willing to offer you a contract, same terms, same dollars. Who do you sign with?
Sorry, who is it?
Oilers and Sens.
Fuck. What?
Yeah, it's not easy.
Sens.
I'd say yeah.
Oh,
Good.
it's a better city, I think.
They have a GM.
Less cold, I think.
They're a team.
Yeah. I think they have a better outlook.
They have.
Wow, I can't even
I
believe I'm
almost said they
saying
have
that.
draft picks,
They've
but-
Draisaitl and McDavid, and I think that Ottawa has a better outlook because
don't
they
have a
less
first-round
shit,
pick this
they have
year in the
less
year that
shit
they- yeah.
contracts
Yeah.
than the Oilers
Yeah,
do.
they're going to be way under the cap. They could sign some. That's the thing, right? Ottawa could be good next year if they sign some people. There's some
I hope
free
they
agents.
no, but I hope that they just take on salary.
What if
Here's
they,
Patrick Marleau's contract. Here's a second round pick.
what if they bring back Eric Carlson?
I mean, they could.
What if this was all just a play to get 7 really shitty dudes?
Yeah, well, like they didn't get anything for Carlson in the first
No.
place.
And they tanked to get the first overall pick, and they're not even going to get the pick.
nope.
But
They in theory they could sign a guy.
yeah, they could sign 2 guys. They have
No.
that much room.
Who would want to go there? Matt
Eric
Duchene,
Carlson.
come back.
Yeah, you just bring back Carlson and Duchesne.
Yeah.
Artemi Panarin won't.
Hey, land of water. Do you want a body of water?
Yeah, there's a body of water there. It's not very warm though.
No.
The Oilers it's a dumpster fire. They have no GM.
No, and you got the contract.
Their coach is going to be done at the end of the year.
Milan Lucic.
Yeah, their coach is done at the end of the year.
Yep.
There's nothing. McDavid was out there with Zach Cashin the other day.
Cassian, yeah.
Cash.
Are you like
Having trouble, bud?
Yeah.
Get the marbles out of your mouth.
Zach, like, you're out there with Zach Cassian.
I know.
I'm sorry, but Zach
Brutal.
Cassian is not a first-line winger.
Nope.
That's atrocious.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad. There's nothing good about that organization. Like, at least there's something we could say about Ottawa. It's like there's a few things. It's like, yeah. Okay.
But the two pieces that Edmonton has is better than Ottawa does.
They're better than most teams have.
Yeah.
If you take top two on any team, it's like McDavid's a big boost. But Draisaitl's a 42, 43 goal scorer this year.
I don't know
Second
if
in
he's
the
at 40
league.
yet.
Second in the
He
league
hit,
goal.
I'm pretty sure he hit 40 the other
He's
day.
second in
He's
goals.
putting up numbers.
No, he scored the OT winner last night.
Like people
Against,
looked at it
the
at
Rangers.
8.5 and thought, yo, that's a
Well,
big
That's a
number.
That's a
It was
steal
bad
now.
at the
But now it's looking like a steal.
That's a steal.
Exactly.
42 goals.
And like at the beginning of the year, people were like, "Oh, you're gonna have to trade Draisaitl." Why? What?
I mean,
That would have been like
yeah.
trading Nylander per se. Like when you
Yeah.
had like
Yeah.
while he
doesn't
wasn't
make
signed.
sense.
Doesn't make sense. The young guys are the guys that you keep. I would rather you give up assets to rid yourself of the shit moves that you've made.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Speaking of Nylander,
Yeah.
played with Matthews yesterday.
Who was right
It
and you were wrong?
didn't work.
Hey.
He only went there
we were
because
missing-
Cap was out.
We're
Yeah,
missing.
that was due to an emergency.
I think he's going back there
I
soon,
don't
though. Like everyone on Leafs Twitter is saying to put him back. It's
Right.
not just
I
me.
don't like it. Leafs
Event-
Twitter's fucking stupid. When has Leafs Twitter ever?
Who is there that can? Oh, it was the 90th minute. Oh wow!
Oh, you're getting into the soccer
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
Nobody
I could care
cares.
less.
Isn't that the-
I don't even care. I was like, oh, the game's finally over.
We're getting there.
I don't care.
They're actually pulled the fucking 3 goals.
Let's
That's
knock on wood here.
Oh
Let's
my
not
God.
get ahead
no
of
thanks.
ourselves.
This is plastic.
Even still, they scored 3.
Uh,
That's good.
proud of them.
That's pretty good.
What were we talking about?
Matthews, Nylander.
With the Nylander.
I don't.
All right.
I like spreading the depth.
I don't as much.
You're not much of a hockey guy though.
No, but if you look at like Nylander's not doing anything with Kadri and Marlowe.
Well, he hasn't been with Kadri.
But even before, it was
was
kind of
had
like
him and
game- it
Kadri
was
were
one
saying
game,
one
though.
game.
They
But
were-
that's not enough of a sample size.
No, but he had one game where he was good.
He looked.
How
he
many
made
games has
Kadri
Kadri
look
been back?
really good.
one. He played with Edmonton.
Huh.
Yeah,
Then they moved him off of that line and
No, but
played him
before
with Matthews.
he looked
Yeah, but
good
you
before
can't count
Kadri
that.
got
It
hurt.
was
He
8
looked
games.
really good.
Yeah, but without Kadri, the center.
No, 8 games before.
Oh,
Before
was-
Kadri got hurt, he looked really good on Nylander's line. And Nylander made him look really good.
Now the problem is that Matthews' line isn't going at all.
Yeah, but everyone has their
scored
ruts,
last night,
right?
Didn't he?
Yeah, oh my god.
Oh,
that was a
who's
beauty
goal.
who's on his line?
The line had nothing to do with that.
No,
He
it was
walked
end
on.
to
That
end.
was
It was
individual
disgusting.
effort.
sick.
It was disgusting to make the game 4-1.
I know. It didn't mean much at the time, but I mean, still, that's a really nice goal.
That game means nothing, right?
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, you're missing 2 of your best forward defensemen. You're missing Kapanen. Apparently, was Hyman playing last night?
Yeah.
He was banged up anyways because he was
Well,
he was questionable for the game.
he wasn't at practice,
yeah.
so I don't know if it was a maintenance day because they've
yeah.
done that with him before.
Yeah. He pulled Freddie after 4 goals, which is like,
Yeah. I
um,
mean, it wasn't on Friday last night. Like some of the goals were just bullshit goals. Like
well, the one that bounced
went
off
off a guy.
Matthews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then another one I think went off a guy's foot. Like
Oh, so I forget who it was. I think it was Matthew. Whoever it was, they
yeah.
perfect kick pass right to Cirelli.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Well, then
He's
there
good.
was the other kick, the point kick,
Yeah.
then to Johnson tap in.
That's the
Oh,
one I was
yeah,
thinking.
yeah.
Yeah. It was
no, but then there was a Matthew
Was there?
Joseph. Yeah, Sorelli.
yeah. So Cirelli scored. Joseph was the name I was thinking.
Mhm.
Matthew Joseph.
Yeah.
They're good.
I don't know. Like,
I watched.
can at
Matthew,
least this just propels the thing of I hate how it's aligned right now in the playoffs.
Yeah.
The fact that the Leafs season will look as a disappointment if they don't beat Boston,
But it's not.
and
yeah.
it's
all
not.
perpetuated
It's
by the
not your
media.
fault.
It's
It's
I
not
don't
your
think,
fault.
I don't think it's a disappointment if you don't make it past Boston still.
Yeah.
I
it's
do.
just-
It
gonna-
is. It is.
Man,
I
you have to
don't
beat
think
them.
so.
You have to beat them at some point.
You have to get out of the first round.
Yeah.
Like I mean,
It's not even
yeah,
beating
you made the
Boston.
moves
Sucks.
necessary
You can't
to
You can't be this good on back-to-back years and not make it out of the first round.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of who your opponent is and how stupid the setup is, like you need to win a round.
hmm
You think if they lose, this is Babcock's last season?
No.
That's
they've committed too much to him.
doesn't mean shit, dude.
I I don't see them making a move just like this in the first year of Dubas's
They
like
don't get along.
to hire Sheldon Keefe.
They don't.
To hire who? Joel Quenneville?
There's so many names out there, man.
I don't know.
Bring
Quenneville
one in.
doesn't do.
Quenneville's more adaptable than Babcock's ever been. The problem with Babcock right now, he's too stubborn to try anything that Dubas wants to do. Like, you look at the moves that Dubas is making, it's like, okay, that makes sense. You could do this, but he won't do it. Like, he's had Justin Hall sitting on the what do you call it, the press box all year. That's a Dubas guy.
Sure.
Ozhiganov is a Babcock guy.
Then
Took
get
him out
rid
for
of
Jake Muzzin, who's a Babcock guy.
Then get rid of Hainsey so that he'd play him. It's not like Dubas can do what he like. Dubas could have done these things
What's the
just to be like
line from
force him to
Money-
play him.
who's
Yeah,
the,
I
who's
know.
it from Moneyball?
Yeah, where they trade away
You're
the
not
guy.
playing Pena.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I'm gonna play the team that I think. No, it's fucking. I don't know, man. I don't think Dubas likes what Babcock's doing, and I don't think Babcock likes to coach for Dubas because they're very different. It's like
yeah, but I think this is.
Analytics
I don't think that.
versus old school.
I don't think that this is a decision though that is Dubas's to make.
100% his.
No, it's
Whose
not.
is it?
It's Shanahan's.
Shanahan
is
doesn't
pulling that trigger if he does.
No,
100%.
no.
100%.
I
Morrow.
don't- This team is more
Morrow,
built.
stop looking at the game.
I'm sorry.
The-
There's like 1 second left.
This
Yeah,
team
who
is more
cares?
built to be Dubas's team than
Let's
it is anybody
go.
else's team.
No. If
Go
if
ahead.
if Mike Babcock is fired, who makes that decision?
It's easier if Shanahan does it.
Yeah, it's easier, but
No,
he's not
that's
the
not
one
the-
that's
Who's
making
going to be
that
the one
decision.
that's making it? It's going to be Dubas.
No.
He's the general manager.
disagree.
Thank you.
I disagree. I don't think that Dubas has the power to make
It's
that decision.
Dubas's team.
Who gets getting paid more? Babcock significantly.
Yeah, so take that money off the books. Start handing it.
It's
to
not
other
on the
guys.
books though.
It's not on your cap, but it's like you can. start
Jeez,
handing
who's
it
that?
out.
Is that was that Ronaldo's?
That's his son.
No,
Um,
before.
Oh, that's probably a smoke show.
Yeah.
girlfriend.
The team is Dubas's. It's built to be Dubas's team. If he doesn't like the guy that's holding the reins of the team, then he can fire him like that.
I don't think so.
It's been done, dude. Stan Bowman just fired Joe Quenneville. Joe Quenneville was the guy for that team, and he didn't like him.
Yeah, but they've had like failures. This the okay, but look at the Leafs.
Can you honestly tell me that if the Leafs lose in the first round, Babcock is not 80% of the problem?
Sure, but this would be the first time that he's the problem.
He wasn't last year?
No,
When he was-
just look at. Hear me out.
Okay.
First year against Washington, no one's fault.
No, that wasn't. Nobody expected
They
to see
shouldn't have been in the playoffs.
No,
People were calling
They
that one
should
a
have
sweep,
sucked
were they not?
that year.
that was good. Okay.
Year 2,
Mm-hmm.
Boston.
His deployment was terrible.
Of who?
Of the way he run, dude. Hainsey was still out there playing fucking 28 minutes a night.
Yeah, but you had JVR and Bozak. Like,
Yeah, that's fine. They weren't even playing.
that's what I mean.
But
Like,
JVR never saw the ice. He was one of your top goal scorers last
yeah,
year.
because
which
all
is
he could do is score goals. That's
yeah,
it.
that's fine. You still have Ron Hainsey on the back end playing 28 minutes a night.
Okay, but who
His
else was there to
defensive
play?
deployment was
Who else
terrible
there to
last year.
play?
Gardner had a good 6 games. Change the pairings up, man. You still run Hainsey Riley.
No one really does
you
that.
Need to do
no one
something.
does that though in the
Teams that
playoffs.
win do that.
But that's out of necessity and not out of let's change it up for the case.
It was
of
pretty
change,
necessary at that point.
Yeah, but you're just talking about putting like Gardner and Riley together.
Even dude, put Dermott and Riley together. Put literally anyone else. Just
He doesn't
you
trust
need to
Dermott.
limit Hainsey's minutes.
You know that he doesn't trust Dermott. Yeah,
That's what I mean.
it doesn't help that Dermott's injured now.
Yeah.
So
You
you're gonna
can't
fire him
gain
off.
trust of a kid
but
if
then
you don't put
so
him in the situation.
listen. So then, Leafs lose this year.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna fire him off of your one supposed bad year of losing to Boston in Game 7, and then a bad year this year where everyone on your back end's hurt. Where 50% of the guys that you
your window is not very big, man. You can't afford to fuck around.
sure, but I don't think that this move like he would get fired this year.
No,
I think next year
that's
would be,
rash.
if next year they don't do something, then I think that it's that much of a failure.
If he starts next season doing the exact same thing he's doing this year, you know.
And I don't even think that it'd be an in-season move,
No, it's an off-season thing.
off season.
like after next season. You mean?
Yeah, so it would be 2020 summer.
Pittsburgh won 2 cups after firing their coach.
Yeah, but they also won a cup before.
After firing their coach that year.
It was a mid-season. Michel Therrien.
Their
Oh, the
09 one,
first
they
year?
fired
Dan
Terry.
Bilesma, yeah.
Yeah, but they've also won
And they
playoff
won
series
it.
before.
Then they fired, was it Bilesma?
Johnston for
Johnson.
and then
Yeah,
they got
that's it.
Sullivan in.
Sullivan won. Sometimes it's the coach, man.
Sometimes
and I
it
think
gives the
I just don't think
the players a kick in the ass to
Mhm.
say, hey, it's
Sure,
not,
but I don't think
It's-
I don't see that that this is the time.
this
I
isn't
don't
the
think
style
I
of
don't
team.
think
That in the-
after this year
Yeah.
it's warranted 100%. Like you can't.
I
You know why
I just
also
think it's-
that you know also why they don't do it? Because this summer's gonna be shit for them.
Why?
A shit show for them. You want to add finding a new head coach onto re-signing
Onto
Marner,
what?
re-signing Kapanen, re-signing Johnson.
If you get Cap re-signed in the next few weeks, who cares? You have one move to make in the offseason. That's
and that's not looking likely to happen
it. Says who?
because they would have come to agreement already.
It's clear as day that this is not Babcock's style of team. And Dubas isn't going to make moves to make it Babcock's style of team. So maybe try something different. That's all I'm saying.
No, like
You don't
I've
need to
heard
prove.
the fire Babcock. Like let's
Look, I respect
see.
Mike Babcock and everything he's done. For starters, he hasn't won a playoff series since like 2009, and he's been there almost every year. So that's
but
something.
in his defense on that Detroit, like the late Detroit teams,
They weren't great.
No.
But he had some good ones.
Jimmy Howard was your goalie.
The only reason he ever won playoff series was Pavel Datsyuk and Henrik Zetterberg.
Yeah,
and
you know what?
Nick Lidstrom.
And the reason why the Leafs would win is because of Austin Matthews, John Tavares, Mitch Marner, and Morgan Rielly. Like,
Yeah.
that's every
Well,
team.
Yeah. But Babcock's not doing it. I don't know, man. If you can't win a playoff series with this team, regardless of who your opponent is, you're telling me you can't outplay Boston?
No,
you
I
can't
think that,
outcoach Boston?
like, okay, if we're putting percentages right now, what is it, 60-40 Boston?
For what?
A playoff series.
Yeah, I think it's
Honestly, I think the odds are probably higher for Boston just because they've dominated us every time they play.
I think anywhere from like 55-45 to like 60-40. Like it's
So you're
it's
but
in
you're
Boston's
thinking more
favor.
70-30?
I think we could beat them, but
You haven't played
from what
Boston
we've
in
seen-
over how long now? It'll be
Oh,
like
wow.
2 months since
Yeah.
you'll play them.
They
from
haven't seen Jake
last
Muzzin.
game in the regular season to the first playoff game.
And the thing with Muzzin is, like, he looks hurt. Like, he doesn't look
he
right.
looks really bad.
You know what I've liked, though, is that the Leafs are mixing up Zaitsev and Ozhiganov for, like, a shift every period.
Mm.
And against Edmonton, it worked. Like, Zaitsev made a sick outlet pass.
That Edmonton game scared the shit out of me.
Oh, I was watching with my dad, and he was like, "Are we?" So, one goal gets scored
Yeah.
at the end, and I'm like, "Yeah," because the opponent that I'm facing in fantasy is Freddie,
Freddie.
and I'm like, "I don't want him to get a shutout because that's actually." And then he scores the second one, and I'm like, "Oh God, damn. There's still like 2 minutes left."
That was just like, that was almost
Minute
a
40 with
monumental
the first
collapse.
goal. I think there was still over a minute when they scored the second goal, and it's like, well, oh shit.
What a big dick move from, what's his name?
Hitchcock.
Hitchcock, thank you.
3 minutes left, and then he pulled the goalie down 3-0.
Yeah, I was like, why? Like, this game's over. I don't want Marner to.
I mean,
like,
I feel
saw
if they were
it.
on
I
the
thought it was
road-
over too, and
I
all of a
feel if
sudden,
they
like,
were
boom,
on the
boom.
road, he probably wouldn't have done it, but they're at home.
Yeah.
And momentum, like in hockey, it's such a big thing. Like,
You-
if you look at that game 7 against Boston, once Krug made that goal to tie it up, it was over.
Mhm.
Look at the one in the game 7 even before. Who tied it up? Forward? No. Bergeron. I think
Oh,
it was
the
Bergeron.
game in the way back, that was
Yeah.
Bergeron.
And then when Bergeron scored, like, it was inevitable.
Bergeron just kind of carried that whole game.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, Bergeron's kind of carried the
Bruins for
Bruins.
the
Yeah.
while.
Anything else about the Leafs? Like, since we're all out on the Leafs apparently now after
No, man, like I
a
think
6-2 loss.
No, I'm not. This isn't a reaction. I still think they could beat Tampa, and I don't think this game means shit on that. I just think that, like, side note is if they can't figure out a way to outcoach Boston, who Boston's been hot as shit. Don't get me wrong. Also, shout out Pittsburgh for beating Boston. Thank you.
19 straight games later,
Yeah,
somebody finally had to do it.
They're hot as shit, but like, I don't think they stay this hot going into the playoffs.
Mhm.
You're gonna catch them on the way down, and if you can't outcoach that team that has one line,
So do you think Bruce Cassidy is a better coach than Mike Babcock?
man, if he can do it, then sure. But Mike Babcock should be a better coach than Bruce Cassidy.
Yeah. But
And if he's not, there's a problem. Obviously, he doesn't have the weapons he wants.
But like quantifying the impact a coach can have is almost impossible.
They don't like him.
Yeah, but do you like all your bosses?
What impact
Do you
does he
like all
have?
your bosses?
That's not the point.
What do you mean?
You're gonna work harder for someone you do like working for.
Sure.
It's proven fact. So if you have a guy that nobody in the league likes running your bench, I'm just saying there's other guys out there that can get more out of this team. And if he can't beat
I think
Boston,
that the
like, I
Leafs,
think
they
it's
also
pretty clear.
want like a face. Like Babcock, like when you
Joel
think of
Quenneville. Joel
He doesn't
Quenneville is
really
a better
he doesn't really
coach than
do it-
Mike Babcock.
Doesn't really do it for.
He's got more cups.
Yeah.
Bo- Did they not coach together for the Olympics? Like, were they both part of the
Did they?
staff?
Pretty sure.
I don't know.
Pretty sure. It
The
makes
faces
sense.
are out there, man. I mean, I don't know. I don't think Sheldon Keefe's the guy, but he's done a really good job with the Marlies. I think he should just stick down there and keep developing people. But I don't know. That's my angry Leaf rant for the day.
No, it doesn't make sense to fire Babcock from Sheldon Keefe. Like, if people rip Dubas for Rasmus Sandin and then Mac Holloway, all these Sioux guys, and sticking to what he knows,
Send another.
hey, a lot of them have worked, but I don't know if there's going to be one that misses, and if he would
just hope
replace
it's not
him.
the coach.
Yeah. I don't think it's Dubas' move to make, but we'll see. Maura, you want to add anything from your game?
I mean, I'm happy. I'm thrilled.
No one cares. All right.
Thanks.
See ya next time. Peace. Okay, so we left. The podcast was over, and we were just going about our day. No, we didn't upload the podcast or anything because, duh, you're listening to it. But we have breaking news.
I mean, it won't be,
Hey,
but like
I mean,
it's breaking to us,
No.
and it's wild.
yeah. Morrow is a Giants fan, and his favorite team, his favorite player,
No,
even.
not my favorite player.
Oh,
Not anymore.
number one on your team and number one in your heart. Odell Beckham has been traded to the Cleveland Browns for their first round pick, a third, and Jabril Peppers.
First of all, I'd like to say I called this earlier in this podcast.
You did. You
so
said that it would be very fun.
I'm fired up.
Yeah. What a trade.
Yeah.
Wow.
Go Browns.
Go
Go Browns.
Go Browns. Let's dissect the trade first, and then we'll yeah.
ass kiss the Browns. All
Yeah.
right.
Sorry, I have this really good tweet that I can't wait to share. All right, so Cleveland. Let's look at the Cleveland side first, because that's the
Cleveland-
logical side.
Cleveland gets the top 3 best receiver in
Top
the game.
3 can't be the top.
Brown,
A.
a top 3 is
Thank
what I'm
you.
looking for.
Thank you.
The top 3. He's a part of the top 3 in the league.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's Antonio, Odell, and insert last
Julio,
grieving.
maybe.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
or any
Sure.
grieving wide receiver you can then
Yeah.
that we forgot put in there.
God.
And oh my God, the fact that we can now see an offense of Baker Mayfield and then Nick Chubb in the backfield toting the rock,
Yeah.
Jarvis Landry on the outside, David Njoku, Antonio Callaway, who was a steal in the 6th or 7th round. And now you add Odell Beckham Jr. to that receiving core. The Browns are a wagon. They're going to be all wagon. This team's set up for potentially a playoffs, and
Oh, dude, they were almost a playoff team this year. There's no doubt in my mind that they're a playoff team next year. And they
I was going to say like
could
potentially a
contend for things.
like a run like
What happens if Kareem Hunt comes back?
oh my God! Oh my God!
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Go Browns.
And now, for the Giants fan, we turn and their side. We turn to Morrow. Morrow,
do you
you
think,
get
Morrow?
back a first-round pick, number 17 overall,
Yep.
a third-round pick, and I don't want to say bust, but Jabril Peppers. He was a very highly touted, and he's been okay.
25th overall.
Yeah, he's been okay. How do you feel about this trade, Maura?
I feel very pissed off. I feel like I want to throw things. I feel like shit. I don't know. You're telling me that going into this draft, you were going to go in and go draft a quarterback.
Can I start using these soundboard buttons?
And
Like to
now
cheer?
you're telling me that rebuilding this team, you're now going to trade away the best weapon you would have given a brand new quarterback for what? A safety I had never heard of. Sorry, Jabril Peppers. But, and then a pick in this that's not even a top 10 pick, and then a third, which isn't even the best possible third that they could have offered.
Yeah.
Go Browns.
I'm asking where the logic is in this.
Go Browns.
Honestly, like
It's not needed, though.
No, but the package, like, it's been floated out there before that, like, the Patriots were trying last year for him.
Yeah.
And I don't think it would, like, a first-round pick has been the starter.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess this is the best offer that they've actually gotten so far because you got Peppers also and you get a third.
Sure.
Well, like, look at the deal that Antonio Brown just went for.
Yeah.
But
This
he
is
wanted to
better
leave.
than that.
He wanted to leave.
So did OBJ. Don't get yourself.
OBJ signed, did he not?
Yeah, but that doesn't
Last
mean
year
he
he
doesn't want to
signed.
leave.
Yep.
You see that?
Like, I understand that there's been hella conflict
Yeah.
between the owner.
He wants them
and-
to be better, and they won't do anything to help him out. So why would he want to stay?
Well, they're about to go draft a quarterback. Knock on wood, they don't.
They probably won't. They could have drafted one in the draft that just happened.
Okay.
No, but the Browns took Baker. If Baker,
So Baker was your first option?
yeah,
There were
and then,
so many in that draft.
what Rosen,
Sam Darnold?
Allen, Darnold.
Darnold, Rosen.
Like,
They went
as
best
long as you.
available.
So what the Giants should actually do right now, because apparently Josh Rosen can be had for a third, which is ridiculous.
For someone that second year in the league.
Exactly. Like you just, if you're the Giants, get that,
Mhm.
and then if he pans out, he pans out, and if he doesn't, oh well, it was a third round pick, whatever. Even a second, even a first. If the New England Patriots were like, oh, we have this last pick in the first round, give me Josh Rosen because their intent on drafting Kyler Murray is clearly evident.
Mm-hmm.
That would be logical, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like it just makes
So you're
sense.
saying throw that third round pick in the deal.
Yeah, I mean, if
I'd be
that
for it.
would, yeah, because then
Just move on to
and
something
then you
younger.
and
Let him
with the
take
two
a
first
year.
round picks, you get blue chip guys. Like if you were to get a pass rusher like a Montez Sweat, like in the draft. I know you guys don't know who these
No,
guys are,
I've
but
heard.
like
I've heard.
DK Metcalf, the fucking human like cyborg. If you were getting him as a wide receiver, as if you were gonna get two blue chip guys at 6 and 17, and then you were to get a Rosen, then that makes absolute sense. Absolute sense. A Jew in New York, they would love that. That's like a white in Utah or a white on the Celtics. Have you guys seen that article?
About Hayward?
Yeah, yeah. That the Celtics, yeah,
Or easier on
yeah.
Hayward because he's white?
Yep. I mean, it's not wrong. Okay, so the Giants got rid of Odell, Landon Collins, Olivier Vernon, and Snacks Harrison in less than a year, but kept Eli Manning.
I love it. Go Browns. That's all I have left.
Oh my god. So yeah, so you know the Will Smith photo from Fresh Prince where he's just in the room alone. He's just looking around. It's like Saquon looking at all the talent left in the Giants locker. Man,
I love it.
this is
Like, what's the point? I feel like it's gonna stun his growth.
Saquon. No, Saquon's. I mean, you can sell it on the run and just stop it that way. So yes, but the drafting Saquon, you draft Saquon because you're adding him to an offense, not revolving an offense around him because nothing else exists.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's Saquon or nothing. Like checkdowns to Sterling Shepard are nice because I'd like Sterling Shepard. He's a good receiver, but I mean, the Giants suck.
Yep.
Yep.
Very much.
This is gonna be a rebuild of a while. While Boston is losing to Columbus 5-1. Who would have thunk it? Regardless, so yeah, we're now Browns fans,
Yes.
right, Brant?
Oh, yes.
We're Browns
Yeah,
fans.
go Browns.
I have given up the Patriots and my love for Tom Brady,
I
even though
can't.
I left it a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And the love that I had for the 49ers and Colin Kaepernick when he was there. And I am out on them.
I'm wearing my Baker Mayfield jersey tomorrow.
Yeah, my Baker
For
Mayfield.
the rest of the week.
Yep. My Baker Mayfield underwear
Yep.
that I'm just
I
grabbing
might
my crotch with.
I might go to Barstool and buy all of the Baker Mayfield merch
Yep.
because that stuff's actually pretty sick.
Yeah. We're crotch grabbing away to Cleveland.
I'm going to wake up tomorrow feeling dangerous.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm so excited.
This is
I'm going to wear headbands every day for the rest of my life.
yeah.
I'm so excited.
49ers are in deep trade talks to acquire D Ford from the Chiefs.
Doesn't even matter.
I love
Doesn't
the
even
NFL
matter.
right now.
Yep.
They're acting like it's the NBA.
Go Browns. that's my analysis. That's so sick. I love it.
Apparently, Jay Glazer predicted the Odell trade a month ago.
I
Like, I get it because, yeah, like, there were times where
Sources.
the owner or GM, whoever it was from the top, getting pissed off, shut up and play. We don't need the antics. We don't need this. We don't need that. Just play your game. Focus on playing. Stuff like that. Where, yeah, like, he'd let the things around him become a bit of a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one knock I'll give him. But, like, throughout these very dark years it's been for the Giants, he's been the lone bright spot.
No,
you
for
bring in
sure.
another guy like Saquon who helps, bring more life to what's already been a very stagnant offense being run by Eli Manning, and you pull this off. Like, I'm in shock. Like, I don't get it.
The one thing is, like, they're not going to be good anytime soon. So by the time they do get good, OBJ is going to be on the way down.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you get rid of him at his peak and you get
maybe
probably as
not.
much as you
Maybe
can get
not
for him.
like Antonio, because Antonio's like older, like he's
Yeah.
30,
Yeah.
30-ish.
Yeah.
Maybe he's like Julio and he's like 28, 29.
Mhm.
Like maybe they're the same age, but
Because
like,
even Julio took a step back this year, right?
a little bit. But that's also like their team,
Yeah.
right? Their team
Mhm.
wasn't good. I don't know. I think this trade is fascinating, and man,
It'll be fun. This
are
is
they
gonna
the
be a
are
fun
they the
year.
favorites for the AFC North now
Oh, yeah.
I think
Dude,
this
I
puts
had
over
them-
the
I
edge,
had
yeah.
them-
over the Steelers,
Oh, yeah.
over
They're-
Baltimore?
Was the Browns' defense not, like, really good last
Yeah,
year?
yeah.
That's
Dog
what I
pound,
mean.
baby.
I always felt like it would. I always felt.
Dog pound.
I always thought it was going to be
With a
the
kebab.
offense that would be the one thing holding them back. But I mean, they fired coach or coordinator last year mid-season,
Coach, wasn't it?
and it had a very big impact on how the offense ran.
Mhm.
And now you add a top 3 receiver in the entire NFL, and good things are going to happen. So yeah, good on the Browns for doing this, but like, I just don't get it. Like, it was needless for the Giants.
Needed.
Well, no, because I think they wanted to get Odell out of there.
But then why?
It's dumb.
Why
It's a
rush
dumb-
it? I feel like you could have gotten more for the guy.
I don't know if you could have gotten more.
Could you?
Like, if you're
I
if
doubt
you're
it.
if you're the Browns offering to the Giants, and I'm the Giants, I'm asking for Denzel Ward.
No, you're not getting Denzel Ward. Denzel Ward is a blue chipper. Like, he's one of the best cornerbacks in the league already. I would tell
Well, I
you,
don't
he was the
get-
4th pick in the draft.
Sure.
That's like saying I'll get Saquon Barkley now for a 2nd round pick.
No.
Obviously, but
No.
if you
but-
offered a 1st for Saquon right now, maybe they'd think about it.
I don't know.
think
Saquon's
so.
going to be good for a while.
It's a running back.
The thing
That's
is, it's
true.
always
That-
hard to
the life
distinguish
is
the
really-
value of a player and his importance in position to like a pick in NFL.
No,
Yeah.
for sure.
That's why.
This is fascinating.
So fascinating that we had to come back. So
yeah,
that
we
says
we
enough.
came back.
That says enough on its own.
I guess, is this the official end?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we're.
let me
all
go cry now.
Yeah.
I can cry joy of
Cry me a
Juventus, but
river?
I'm gonna cry a big river because of the Giants.
All right. See you guys next time. Peace.